A few days ago, the mood among Cha Eun-woo's fans was suddenly filled with anxiety after reports emerged that the actor and member of the AS2RO group was involved in a minor accident. The incident occurred while he was on his way back to the Nonsan military training center, after spending a short time at his parents' house. Although the incident was said to be mild, many were worried because Cha Eun-woo is currently serving in the army, a time when physical and mental conditions must be maintained in top condition. According to a military source confirmed by several Korean media outlets, the accident occurred at night, when Cha Eun-woo's vehicle was traveling on the route between Cheonan and Nonsan, a region frequented by soldiers returning to base after a short leave of absence. Road conditions that are slightly slippery due to light rain are said to be one of the factors causing vehicles to lose control momentarily. A witness at the scene said Cha Eun-woo's vehicle came to a sudden stop before hitting the roadblock, but did not cause any damage. He was seen getting out of the car with a slight limp, but was still conscious and able to walk on his own. Several military patrol officers who were on guard around the site immediately came to check on his condition. He looked shocked, but remained calm. There was no blood or serious injuries, just looked tired. The witness was later quoted as saying by local media, "We immediately helped ensure he received an initial checkup before proceeding to the nearest military hospital." After the incident, Cha Eun-woo was immediately taken to a military medical facility in Nonsan for further examination. An initial examination showed that he had only minor bruises on his shoulders and knees, with no signs of serious injury. However, the medical team still recommends a follow-up examination in the form of a scan to make sure there is no missed internal trauma point. One of the officials from the Nonsan military explained that this procedure is a standard step that is always applied to all soldiers, without exception. Every member who has an accident, no matter how small, will undergo an additional examination. This is to ensure that they are completely in good health before returning to duty, he said. "We treat Cha Eun-woo just like any other soldier. No special treatment." Although the news caused enough concern among fans, the atmosphere around Nonsan was kept under control. The soldiers in the training unit are called to continue their normal activities, while Cha Eun-woo is given a short break until the results of the complete examination come out. A unit colleague who declined to be named mentioned that Eun-woo was still trying to calm down and didn't want to make others worry. He joked and said, "I just need more sleep. Everyone knows he is a strong figure and rarely complains." Even after the little accident, he was still thinking about his colleagues, said the colleague. Hours after the news spread, Fantajo, Cha Eun-woo's agency, released an official statement confirming that the artist's condition was stable. It's true Cha Eun-woo had a minor accident on the way back to Nonsan. There were no serious injuries, but he underwent a medical examination to ensure complete safety. "We thank all those who have shown concern and concern." The statement immediately calmed many fans who had previously filled social media with prayers and messages of support. Hashtags such as #GetWellSoonEunwoo and #StayStrongEunwoo have been trending on platform X, Twitter, and Weverse, signaling the amount of public attention to the condition of the idol, who is known for his calm and dedicated reputation. Meanwhile, according to reports from the military medical team, the results of preliminary examinations showed that there were no injuries to bones or internal organs. However, the hospital still advises Cha Eun-woo to undergo a follow-up scan as a form of prevention. The examination is scheduled to take place the day after the incident, and the full results will be handed over to the military and its agencies. Many fans were relieved to hear the news that the idol was in good shape. Even so, they still highlight how busy Cha Eun-woo's schedule was even before enlistment, from acting projects, international fan meeting tours, to social activities. Some fans revealed that his body may be exhausted after a long promotional period before officially serving in the army. However, fellow celebrities who know Eun-woo insist that he is disciplined and always careful. One of the actors he worked with mentioned that Eun-woo always made sure safety was above all else. He was never careless, so hearing the news of his accident had shocked us, but we're grateful that he's doing well. Interestingly, despite being under medical supervision, Eun-woo reportedly apologized to his military superiors for disrupting the unit's schedule due to the incident. This humble attitude is in the spotlight, showing the side of responsibility that is always attached to him. Sources from the military describe that after being allowed to rest, Eun-woo chose not to go home immediately, but remained at the headquarters to follow the next examination schedule. He insisted on carrying out all the procedures according to the rules without any privileges, said a medical staff member. This small incident is a reminder of how heavy the responsibility of a public figure who is now also part of the military institution. For many, Cha Eun-woo is not only a singer or actor, but also a symbol of dedication and discipline. Even in difficult situations, he maintains composure, a quality that many fans admire even more. That night, after making sure his condition was stable, the hospital allowed Eun-woo to return to the barracks under light medical supervision. He was given a full day's rest before returning to physical activity. The soldiers of one unit with him greeted with relief, while medics remained to monitor his progress. The next morning, the atmosphere in the headquarters returned to normal. Eun-woo is seen walking slowly into the dining room with his colleagues, wearing a military uniform complete with a small bandage on his knee. His characteristic smile, calm yet soothing, was seen again. Although still a little limp, he greeted some new members who just happened to join that weekend that way. The first chapter of the story confirms one thing. Despite being shaken by unexpected incidents, Cha Eun-woo's spirit and responsibility are never extinguished. He remained upright, not only as a soldier, but also as a person who always tried to give peace to those around him. After Cha Eun-woo's minor accident a few days ago, public attention turned to how the medical examination process is run in the military environment. In South Korea, health protocols for active duty soldiers are known to be very strict, especially for those who have just experienced a physical incident, no matter how small. In Cha Eun-woo's case, this is no exception. Upon arrival at the Nonsan Military Medical Center, a team of doctors immediately conducted an initial examination. The doctor who treated Eun-woo explained that the first step was to make sure there were no internal bleeding, fractures, or minor concussions. He came in fully conscious, able to walk, and answered all the questions well. But we are still observing for several hours to ensure the stability of blood pressure and other vital conditions, one of the military doctors, who was not named, said in an official report. The results of the examination showed that there were no dangerous injuries. Eun-woo only suffered minor bruises on his knees and shoulders from the slight impact. However, the medical team still recommends CT scans and advanced X-rays to ensure there is no hidden trauma to muscle tissue or bone. The procedure was scheduled for the next day at the Central Military Hospital. An official from the Nonsan Training Command explained that this kind of check is part of the standard procedure of the South Korean military. We treat all members the same way. There is no special treatment because of status or popularity, he stressed. Follow-up checks are carried out not out of excessive concern, but as a preventive measure so that every soldier is completely physically ready to continue training. The news that Eun-woo underwent a medical scan spread quickly across various Korean news portals. Local media highlighted how the military remained disciplined in carrying out procedures without distinguishing the status of a celebrity. Some analysts believe that this approach demonstrates the transparency and professionalism of the military, especially in the face of public attention to figures like Cha Eun-woo. Meanwhile, Fantajo, the agency that houses Cha Eun-woo, again provided an update through an official statement the next day. After undergoing additional examinations, we confirmed that Cha Eun-woo did not have any serious injuries. He only needed a short break before returning to his military activities. We thank the military and medical personnel for their attention and prompt treatment.